Are you always playing the same things and stuck in a rut?
Maybe this thing can help you.
Hey everyone, this is Martin, I'm Lucas. Today we want to show you the chord files, which is basically made for songwriters, or if you just want to make a chord progression yourself.
For jamming, for example, also.
It says a faster and smarter way to unique chord progressions, and it's an ingenious idea, I think. Let's start with what's included. It's basically this paper slider. We'll get to that in a second. You get instructions how to use it, and with a sample chord progression. We will insert a picture of this as well, and for the other stuff, of course, too. There is a hand-signed thank you note from the company. I think they're based in Slovenia, and I found them on Instagram. I saw it linked and thought, yeah, that's a cool idea to get some nice chord progressions or to change things up a little bit for jamming especially.
Yep.
And then I ordered it, so this is not a sponsored video. The chord files look like this. You have a couple of different keys here. Then there's an example in C, how you can use it. And yeah, I will insert a bigger picture now, just so you can follow me. In the middle, you have the main chords of the key. We are here now in C, and then you can see the different chords. It says the one is the C major with the capital M stands for major, and the lowercase m stands for minor. Then you have all the main chords in the middle, except for the 7th chord, the diminished one, but all the others are here. And then you can go up and play secondary dominant chords. It also says like the G7, for example, here in this key.
To C major.
Exactly, then you have to go back, you have to follow the arrows to get back, otherwise it will sound pretty wild, probably. And you can also go down to the modal interchanges, so you totally change the key then. And you can mix those chords in between with the secondary dominants. You should not mix those, it's just basically a transition. You go to one chord and go back down to the main chords. And you can, of course, in the middle row also use the minor chords to build a minor chord progression. With C, you have A minor, D minor, and E minor.
So the relative minor of C is A minor. So yeah.
Exactly. Here it's just always the second chord.
Yeah, it's the second chord which you will need as a reference. The second chord in the sheet is the one you will need as a reference for when you're building a minor progression.
That's right.
So you're building around that chord.
Then on the back side we have the chord shapes, usually the open chord shapes, if it's possible to play in with open strings. Otherwise it's the minor shapes, the bar shapes, obviously. And you can also see the scale notes. So you can also use this after you've come up with a nice chord progression. Then you can use the backside for some solos or just some improvisation. Okay, now we will hand this over to you, Martin, because you tried this and came up with a chord progression.
Tried this before and made a chord progression. I'm also going to do a backing track with this. I've built it around B minor. So I'm going with B minor as my one chord, my minor one chord. Then I'm having E minor, then going to F sharp minor, and then again to B minor 2 times each time, so back to B minor. And when I did all this 2 times, I'm going to A major, G, A major.
So we're still in the main chords of the key.
We're still in the main chords of the key. And back to G. And then I'm going for the modal interchange. And I'm going with F major, B flat major. And then I'm going back to A 2 times. Going back again, F major, B flat major, A major 2 times. And then I'm starting all over again with the B minor.
So basically he set the key to D major, but after playing for a while he just started with the B minor as the first chord and as the key.
As someone loving the blues, the obvious choice are 1, 4, 5 for me. So it was B minor, E minor, F sharp minor was the obvious choice pretty much for me to start building around this, and yeah. And then I wanted to have the modal interchange.
I think that sounded really cool. I wasn't looking at what he's playing exactly, but then when you went from the A to the F major and then to the B flat major, to me it sounded like Nirvana a little bit.
The B flat major to A major was the one where you have the major chord that goes a half step down.
Exactly. That's, to me, sounded like grungy, or like Nirvana. That came to mind. Leave a comment if you think that as well, because Martin will now just play the chord progression he came up with, and as he mentioned, we will put out, or he will make a backing track for you, which you can solo over using B minor.
B minor mostly, and yeah, the way I was thinking about it mainly was I'm using the D major scale mostly, which is the same as B minor. And when I'm switching over to the modal interchange chords, including the A, I was going to D Dorian. So D minor pentatonic with that B still in there, which is also obviously in the B minor. So I had both of these, and I think that one works the best for me. So tell me what you think.
Absolutely, yeah. Share your opinions in the comments. So yeah, that's pretty much how this thing works. You can select the keys, all of them practically, and go for major and minor, and get some spicy chords in there with the dominants and the modal interchanges. And now we transition to Martin's sample, and enjoy. See you in another video. Bye.
Bye.